away every single time. There's not going to be any difference whatsoever. It's not, y'all see where I tried to put this in big letters because I wanted you to understand that for the breach, note my terminology, the breach, meaning something broke through my skin and my mucous membranes. Doesn't matter what. But my body's acting the same. Under conditions where it can handle it, meaning macrophages, any of those other types of cells that are coming along, take care of the problem, everything heals, everything's good. But if it doesn't, if it says too much bacteria trying to get in, too much virus, whatever the case might be, we need help. That's when we're going to get specific. Until that point, everything is the same, no matter what.
I had a friend who had 2 STIs at one time. So would her second line of defense be like?
Actually, that would have kicked into the third line. And that means that the body, in recognizing the breach that occurred, all right, and then it was like, well, wait a minute, these cells, like the macrophages, natural killer cells, the inflammation, the fever, is not killing the invasion. It would say, I need some help. And that's when we would hit the third line, meaning she probably ended up having some major symptoms, had to go to the doctor, get some medication, that sort of thing. That meant third line.
Yeah, that could be bad. My bad. That could be bad, right? Because if you want to have kids, something could be bad for
Depending on the extent. So for some of the they're calling them STIs now.
Yeah, STIs now.
Okay. So when did it go from D to I?
Because they believe that the diseases are like AIDS and HIV, and then like the other stuff like syphilis and gonorrhea, stuff like infections, because you can cure them.
I think use them interchangeably.
Okay, so what happens is, depending on the point that it's detected and then treated, could actually determine any long-term changes to reproductive tissue. Because, like, say, for example, HPV, the human papillomavirus, okay? A lot of times, if it is caught in time, treated, meaning usually colposcopy, laser, whatever the case might be, that then it's going to be the extent of the tissue that got damaged. And if it's not a huge usually reproduction can be okay.
Is there a manual in this class? Do you have a manual?
No. So, that's going to be the case for actually a lot of, I would say viruses are mostly viruses, usually. But no, some bacteria too. And the tissue they attack. And what the extent is that they go to before they get taken care of. So, non-specific is the same every time. But we're going to pick up on specific on Thursday because that gets way interesting. Okay, so